The rock world stands in shock today as news breaks that Francis Buchholz, the bass guitar titan who powered the Scorpions through their most legendary era, has died at age 71. The German musician who laid down the thunderous foundation for some of hard rock's most iconic anthems passed away on January 22, 2026, after a private battle with cancer that few knew he was fighting. His family confirmed through Facebook that he left this world peacefully, surrounded by the love that defined his life off stage. For nearly 2 decades, Buchholz's fingers created the seismic low end that shook stadiums worldwide, and his sudden departure leaves a crater in rock history that can never be filled. This is the complete story of the man whose bass lines became the heartbeat of a generation. Francis Buchholz entered the world on February 19, 1954, in Hanover, Germany, a city that would remain his home base throughout his entire life. Growing up in post-war Germany during rock and roll's explosive birth, young Francis found himself magnetically drawn to the bass guitar, an instrument that would become his voice. While other kids dreamed of being astronauts or doctors, Buchholz practiced relentlessly, developing the powerful technique and melodic sensibility that would later define the Scorpion sound. By his late teens, his reputation as a formidable bassist had spread through Hanover's music scene, and in 1973, destiny knocked when the Scorpions came calling. He was just 19 years old when he stepped into one of rock's most electrifying bands, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. The Scorpions of 1973 were on the verge of something massive, and Buchholz's arrival accelerated their trajectory into the stratosphere. His bass work wasn't just about holding down the bottom end, it was about creating movement, drama, and power that complemented the dual guitar assault while giving the music its distinctive groove. Throughout the 70s, he helped craft the band's increasingly refined sound, but it was the 80s that would cement his legacy forever. Albums like Blackout and Love at First Sting became global phenomena, with Buchholz's bass lines providing the muscular foundation for massive hits. His playing on tracks that dominated MTV and radio transformed him from a backing musician into an essential architect of the Scorpions' arena-conquering sound. But Buchholz wasn't content to simply play what was written. He stepped into songwriting, co-writing Kicks After Six for the Crazy World album, proving his creative contributions extended beyond his instrument. This album alone showcased his evolution from hired gun to full creative partner in one of rock's biggest acts. The numbers tell a staggering story. During Buchholz's tenure from 1973 to 1992, the Scorpions sold over 100 million albums worldwide, with more than 15 million in the United States alone. The band racked up over 50 gold and platinum awards across multiple countries, performing in sold-out arenas where tens of thousands sang along to songs built on Buchholz's bass foundations. He was there for the breakthrough, the peak, and the sustained dominance of a band that became Germany's greatest rock export. Yet behind the platinum records and stadium lights, tensions were brewing. In 1992, Buchholz made the difficult decision to part ways with the Scorpions, a split that insiders attributed to management disputes. After nearly 2 decades of relentless touring, recording, and living in the pressure cooker of international fame, the business side of music had created fractures that even decades of brotherhood couldn't repair. But Francis Buchholz was far from finished. He pivoted with the sharp business instincts that would define his post-Scorpions life, founding Rock Sound, an equipment rental company that served the touring industry he knew so intimately. The venture proved successful enough that he eventually sold it for a profit, demonstrating that his talents extended far beyond the stage. Music still called to him, though. Buchholz joined forces with guitar legend Michael Schenker, playing with the Michael Schenker Group and later Temple of Rock, reminding the world that his fingers still had plenty to say. He also authored Bass Magic, sharing the techniques and knowledge accumulated over decades of professional playing. These projects kept him connected to the music world while allowing him the control and balance he'd been seeking. His net worth at the time of his death was estimated between $10 and $20 million, accumulated through his music royalties, business ventures, and smart investments over a lifetime of work. Away from the spotlight, Buchholz built something even more valuable than platinum records. He married his wife Hella, and together they created a family that included a son and twin daughters. Hanover remained their home, the same city where Francis had first picked up a bass decades earlier. Friends and colleagues describe a man who successfully balanced the wild energy of rock stardom with genuine family devotion, a rare achievement in the music industry. He was the family-focused rocker who brought the same passion to his personal life that he'd once brought to packed stadiums. The announcement of his death sent shockwaves through the rock community, with tributes pouring in from fellow musicians and fans worldwide. The cancer he battled was kept private, a final act of dignity from a man who'd spent so much of his life in the public eye. Francis Buchholz leaves behind a recorded legacy that will continue moving people for generations. Proof that 4 strings in the right hands can change the world. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button and share your favorite Scorpions memory in the comments below.